Hello and good evening, afternoon, good day, wherever you are. This is Magical Boot. I'm Ronnie Mazumdar. I have Shudipta with me. So, Shudipta, we're recording almost like couple weeks
Yeah,
after
two
we,
weeks
we
later. Yeah,
recorded the last one. And a few things definitely has happened, but do you want to talk anything in particular in certain order, then we can go from there.
I think we should start with something going outside of football.
Okay.
Obviously, that's affecting football. I'm talking about Russia's war against Ukraine. Um, there are a few things going on, which is like now I don't know, like probably our viewers are more updated than us.
Yeah.
But so far, Russian government took over some cities. Um, they're almost capturing Kiev, and um, I don't know. Um, so far, um, there were like some sanctions from the West against Russia, and um, s- well, some other things also going on. Um, I think, and so far we saw from FIFA, UEFA, or everywhere there are also sanctions from against Russia um, of attending football matches and stuff like this. So we also would like to stand together with Ukraine.
Yes. Thank you for starting on that note. That is definitely one of the most unfortunate and one of the most uh, disgusting, if I may say, that thing is going on with Ukraine. A democratic country being invaded by without any kind of aggression. There are political aspects that we probably cannot cover. What is going to happen and what is the future of Europe and potentially right now in Ukraine. But yeah, solidarity with the Ukrainian people, and I've been a I've been a keen follower of Ukrainian football, and hope people they're absolutely shattered. Their life is in danger, and uh, as we speak, I think there is a war going on, and which is very much damaging the whole region. Um, so I do want to start on the sanction, and especially from FIFA and UEFA. Do you think it is more of an symbolic sort of thing that, yeah, we are doing something, but we're actually not doing anything against Russia?
Well, what can they do actually? Because FIFA is not a political. Well, they are a politics, but
Yeah,
it's
you'd
not like
argue that they're very much political organization.
yeah. But the thing is that like they cannot do like mainstream politics. So
For sure.
they're doing whatever they can. For example, there are also like things going on with clubs. Chelsea owner Abramovich, he stepped down due to there were actually talking going on with his involvement with Putin and stuff like this, and now he's going to sell Chelsea to potential buyers. And there was a match actually today, like yesterday, sorry. As we like, it's already Sunday morning in Germany. In Bundesliga, the match was Wolfsburg versus Union Berlin. Wolfsburg's main sponsor probably was VW, which is a Russian company, and they actually removed their logo, and there were actually a giant peace sign in their instead of the logo, also in the field where the the in circle. So I don't know, like football world is doing whatever they can, but it's not up to, like, it's not going to be a major
Yeah.
even like in international sanctions. It doesn't seem it will have some sort of like a long term effect on Russia, as Russia's rubles is going down, like
Yeah.
almost historic. It's a historic way, but still, I don't think it would make some difference if they can get some sort of support from China. So I don't know.
Again, we're talking distinctly about, obviously it's hard to distinguish between politics and football, but we just want to focus on footballing side. You did mention about Chelsea and Abramovich. There is a sanction against, I think, Spartak Moscow in UEFA Europa
Yeah,
League.
yeah,
They're being disqualified, and then I think it was Leipzig is going to the
yeah,
next round.
probably, yeah.
And also there is some uproar uh, on the Poland national team, as well as Czech Republic, and I just can't remember who else was there on that bracket, that World Cup
Yeah,
qualifying.
actually, those countries are with border with Ukraine. They have
Yes,
actually. So like refugees mostly came to Poland or Czech Republic, and now some of them are moving to Germany.
yeah,
So there will be some sort of a refugee crisis,
for sure.
like
There will be definitely crisis, and yeah, even there are people, influx of people coming in. Obviously, whoever is having the luxury to even go to the border. But yeah, coming back to football, Poland was supposed to play against Russia in a March date of World Cup qualifying, and
yeah,
Poland's FA Football Association, as well as players such as Robert Lewandowski, uh, Szczesny, and others have spoken out against sanctioning Russia. So FIFA did sanction, saying that Russian, um, it cannot be named as Russian, but they can be played as Russian Union of Federation or something like that. And then RFU, I think, Russian Federation of Union. So, and then obviously there is a resistance, and there is a protest going on that, as well as the other two countries. I think Czech Republic is playing, I guess, Denmark. I can't remember if I'm correct or not, but
yeah.
they're also against playing Russia at this point. So it seems like FIFA has to come to a very hard fought kind of decision, because World Cup qualifying games, there has to be, if any team plays, their national anthem has to be played.
Yeah.
Their jersey has the federation logo, which is the national sort of association logo. It is hard to go pass by around and say, seeing as if like Russian Federation Union has nothing to do with Russia. Whereas I do feel bad for the sportsmen. I mean, the players, they're not responsible for whatever their president is doing. But in the meantime, you can do so much. And there is a debate, of FIFA or UEFA was always saying that there is no space for politics in sports, and there is a pressure.
Well, um, I like politics is it's like a vast field. Like anything, any activity. like any human activities,
Yes.
like uh, under the, how can I say, wings of politics. So you cannot say that actually. And there are also things like debates going on with Barcelona and Real Madrid's involvement with Russian companies, and so far their fundings is not that stable to cut off these connections. And I don't know, like what are they going to do? But also, I have you watched this interview of Andrei Shevchenko
I did.
in
I
Sky
did.
Sports?
I did. It was tough to watch. First of all, because Andriy Shevchenko himself, well, not saying that he did anything bad, but it was hard to listen because of the experiences he's going through. And he's been one of
Yeah,
the very well known and popular figure for us. We see him
yeah, we
as a
grow up watching him. Yeah,
Shevchenko as AC Milan, or and then
yeah,
Chelsea striker, and prolific goal scorer. And he's in last Euro he has done very well in terms of managing the Ukrainian team.
Ukrainian team. Yeah,
And it is very hard to listen to him, whereas he's saying that his mother and sister is
yeah,
basically in danger, and then his family is dangerous. And um, yeah, it was hard for me personally to listen to what Shevchenko was saying.
yeah. It was actually. Yeah, it got me a little bit emotional. Like we can actually relate to this sort of stories because we are also living abroad. But yeah, I don't know. Their situation is, of course,
Very
obviously
different,
way worse. Yeah, yeah,
exactly. Um, okay, let's focus on. We cannot say what is right, what is not, and FIFA being
yeah.
FIFA, and some people are saying, if they're not political, they wouldn't have hosted the 2022 World Cup in Qatar after so many of
Yeah.
humanitarian um, mismanagement, or should I say humanitarian. There's a lot of deaths and a lot of problems with the workers who are building the stadiums and facilities.
Yeah,
And
have you seen the report? Like our like people from our country, like mostly the construction worker. Um, Almost 2,000 people died working there in Qatar.
yeah,
Uh,
that's again,
Still,
it's
like let alone from Bangladesh only. Like,
exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
And that could be higher too. I mean, there is
yeah,
every chance of those are mass graves and stuff like that, and they just hide it. But coming back to FIFA's ethical stance and history of uh, dealing with such human rights violation and stuff like that, FIFA is not cannot really embrace themselves in glory by saying that their ethical standing has been always that. So yeah, it's hard to expect anything from. Well, they're now talking about 2 years interval World Cup to get more money, and
yeah.
we can, like, how can we expect an ethical stance from such an organization? Anyway, nothing against FIFA, and the on adding another note, from FIFA games, EA Sports have decided to take out a Russian national team from their online game edition. Um, Anything to add or any other comments regarding Ukraine and Russia?
Not really. No.
Okay.